Hello, everybody. Uh, First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Arif, and you will have to see my face for the next 2 years, right? Myself, along with Dr. Keor and Dr. Vishal, right now, will be taking up the entire biology syllabus. Lectures for Keor sir and Vishal sir already have been started. My turn to take over the first chapter. It would have been lovely if we could have met, in real time, but unfortunately, that we are meeting online. Nevertheless, we will be connecting over the doubt session on Zoom, and we'll be trying to have a small talk there also. uh, the chapter that we're going to start is morphology of flowering plants. I know you have done a very interesting chapter like human reproduction, right? No, not to say it is by far the most hit chapter every time. And you've done human respiration also. You've done both topics on human physiology, and human physiology is by far the most fluid topic, most interesting. And you are studying, you have aspirations to do MBBS, and obviously human physiology is always having a soft corner for us. But we also need to remember that human physiology is only one unit of both 11th and 12th NCERT, right? We've got 10 units combined in both 11th and 12th. You've got 5 units in 11th and 5 units in 12th. And if you are doing the entire syllabus and scoring a maximum in out of 360, then you stand a chance to get a seat in MBBS. So we need to focus on the other units as well. Now we're going to start a chapter from unit number 2, right? Morphology of flowering plants. Let me share my screen with you all so that you know yes, I hope my screen is visible now. Now the topic, morphology of flowering plants. Now before I start the chapter, would just like to make a small mention that this topic is covered both in NCERT and the government textbook. But after having gone through the new government textbook, I find that it is covered more systematically and properly in the government textbook rather than the NCERT. NCERT is very brief, very concise. I know it skips a lot of part. ऑल्दो अपना एग्जाम जो है वो पूरा नीट का एनसीईआरटी बेस्ड है, लेकिन जितना इन्फॉर्मेशन हम लोग को गवर्नमेंट टेक्स्ट बुक से मिल रहा है, वी आल्सो ट्राई टू टेक दैट. So I would suggest that if you can have a combination of both NCERT and GTB in your reading. I have tried to cover that in my presentation also, and we'll take it up friend right now. So you please have both your books alongside you when you are doing this chapter. Okay. Now first let's try to understand what this chapter is all about. Morphology of flowering plants. Let's break the topic of this chapter. What I'm attempting to do in the first part of this lecture is try to open up the topic for you. First, what is morphology? Right? What is morphology? Now, whenever you study the external features of any structure, that's called as morphology. Right? We'll try to see the definition. So, study of various external features forms a relative position of different organs of an organism is known as morphology. Right? For example, head. Right now, you want to describe the head structure. Okay, oval in shape. Okay, anteriorly you got a pair of eyes. Median structure में you have the nose. Laterally placed you have the ears. ये relative position है. जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ आगे anterior, तो मतलब मैं पोजीशन डिस्क्राइब कर रहा हूँ, लैटरल, मीडियल, राइट ना, रिलेटिव पोजीशन, तो ये सब बाहर के स्ट्रक्चर्स में डिस्क्राइब कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना. सो वो एक्सटर्नल मॉर्फोलॉजी से, इट मे बी फर्दर डिवाइड टू इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल. सो व्हेन आई से एक्सटर्नल मॉर्फोलॉजी, ऑल दिस विल कम इन. But let's say when I open up the cranium, what I see inside is the brain. I start describing the brain, isn't it? Now, you have studied the elementary structure of brain in school. Right now, brain mein you have forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, right now, corpus callosum, all that parts. Now, what you're describing is the anatomy. We say it's a gross internal structure. Right? You not say it's a morphology of the brain, you'll say anatomy of the brain. Right now, so क्या लिखा है देखो, internal further divide into anatomy and histology. So anatomy deals with the study of internal structure exposed after dissection, and histology is the study of tissue. So when you study neuron, right now, brain ka tissue is the neuron. So you're studying the histology of the brain, right now. So first, essential that we understand what do you mean by the term morphology. The next part of the name of the chapter is flowering plants. अब यहाँ पे दो चीज है. We need to know what are plants and what are flowering plants. तो इसके लिए we'll quickly revise the classification of plants. Right? If you have not covered, see, you are coming from various syllabi, right? Now, some of them are from the state board, some of them for ICSC, IB, IG. So some of them cover this in lower standard, some of them don't. So I will consider that ये सब पहली बार हो रहा है. At any point of time you have a doubt, you can please make a note of them and raise them in the doubt session, please. ये देखो, plants are classified as cryptogams and phanerogams. So cryptogams are non-flowering plants and phanerogams are flowering plants. Cryptogams are further classified as vascular and non-vascular. That means vascular is the adjective for vessel. Right now, so those plants which have vessels like xylem and phloem, and those which do not have vessels, that means they do not have xylem and phloem. So the non-vascular ones include Thallophyta and Bryophyta, right? The vascular is Pteridophyta. Have a look at Pteridophyta. Can I call Pteridophyta as a vascular cryptogam? Right now, a non-flowering plant, but with xylem and phloem, right? So, cryptogams में non-vascular, vascular, right? Non-vascular में Thallophyta, Bryophyta, vascular में Pteridophyta, right? See, don't be get if you have not heard of these terms, fair enough, no problem about that. Majority of you must have heard of these terms, but अगर by chance अगर तुम्हारे यहाँ पे cover नहीं हुआ है, no issues about that. We are having a chapter, पूरा chapter on plants only, plant kingdom करके, right? Now पूरा chapters on plants only, we will cover this in extensive detail. Coming to phanerogams. Phanerogams are the flowering ones. Flowering, they have got only one category that's called as spermatophyta. Now, if you've noticed that we've got Thallophyta, phyta is plant. Bryophyta, phyta is plant. Pteridophyta, phyta is plant. Spermatophyta, right now, so phyta ये suffix. Right now, जब classification का chapter आएगा, तो I'll tell you that plants में division में we use a phyta का suffix. और phyta का मतलब plant भी होता है. ओके, अब यहाँ पर स्पर्मेटोफाइटा है. स्पर्मा का मतलब होता है सीड. सो phanerogams are not only flowering but seed bearing. They have got seeds. And spermatophyta में we have two categories. We have got gymnospermae and angiospermae. So gymnospermae, sperma seed. So seed exposed है, right now. Angiospermae, seed enclosed hai. It's inside the fruit, right? So gymnosperm does not have fruits, right? Angiosperm has got fruits, or fruit ke andar seed hai, right? Now, when we are talking about flowering plants, we are going to study the angiosperms. So when I'm saying morphology of flowering plants, it's going to be morphology of the angiosperms. Morphology of angiosperms, right? Now, so apna focus here is going to be angiosperms. Now, what are the types of angiosperms? Right? एकदम बेसिक क्लासिफिकेशन करना है एंजियोस्पर्म का तो बहुत सिंपल है, राइट ना. उसमें डाइकॉट है, मोनोकॉट है, वो बेसिक हम लोग 5th 6th में पढ़ा है हम लोग ने. बट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हैबिटेट, right now, if you have angiosperm growing in plants, so they call as hydrophytes, right? Xerophytes which are growing in dry areas. Zero का मतलब ही होता है dry, ठीक है. अगेन देखो फाइटा आगे आ रहा है, फाइटा, हाइड्रोफाइट्स, xerophytes. Samophytes, plants growing in sandy soil, right now. Please make note of the examples also. This is an image which I picked up from the government textbook, please. Lithophytes growing on rocks and halophytes, ये आगे आएगा अपने को, please. Halophytes are growing in saline soil, right now. Saline soils where amount of salt in the soil is very high. Mangrove plants like Rhizophora, right? Please, morphology ये chapter के अंदर, you know, examples are extensive. Extensive examples are there right now, so you need to have some method to get these examples in order. You may be asked in any of the MCQs also, right? Okay, so I hope the type of angiosperms on the basis of habitat are very clear, right? Okay, now this is what a typical angiosperm looks like. An angiosperm right now has some part below the soil, some part above the soil. So whatever is below the soil, is called as root system, and whatever is above the soil is not called as stem, it is called as shoot system. Please, नीचे है वो root system, soil के ऊपर है वो shoot system, right? हाँ, shoot system में you have stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, buds, वो सब shoot system में आएगा, right? So root system and shoot system, right? Please. A typical angiosperm, see अपना focus angiosperm पे है. Angiosperm has two types of parts, reproductive and non-reproductive. The reproductive part of the plant is flowers. Flower reproduces, an angiosperm, the plant reproduces through a flower, right? The non-reproductive part is the vegetative part. Biology में whenever you use the term vegetative का मतलब होता है any part which does not have any role in reproduction, right now. So non-reproductive, the root, the stem and the leaf, these are the non-reproductive part, right now, vegetative. And the reproductive part is the flower. Flower का reproduction होगा, reproduction से you will have the fruit and seed which is being made. तो अपने यहाँ पे अपने topic, अपने chapter के 6 points are there in front of us. We are going to study morphology of root, morphology of stem, morphology of leaf, morphology of flower, morphology of fruit, morphology of seed. तो 6 टॉपिक अपने सामने एकदम क्लियर है, राइट ना. आई होप दैट्स वेरी क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू, प्लीज, राइट प्लीज. ओके, आई होप दिस introduction is very much clear to all, right? In the next video I will start with the topic of root, right? Whatever queries, whatever terms, you know, if you feel have not understood, require an explanation again, you can please raise them. Please make note of them so that we don't waste any time, right now. Make note of them and raise them in the doubt session, please, right? I'll just see you in the next session, please.